If you have visited first time on this channel, so please like, share, and subscribe. Listen and repeat after me. My name is Luna. I live in a small house with my family. I love playing outside. One day, something exciting happened. I was playing with my toys. Suddenly, I felt something strange in my mouth. I touched my tooth. It was wiggly. I ran to my mom. "Mom, my tooth is loose," I said. She smiled at me. "It's your first loose tooth, Luna," she said. I was surprised. I had never felt this before. My mom told me it was normal. All kids lose their baby teeth, she said. I felt a little scared. "Will it hurt?" I asked. "No, it won't hurt much," she replied. I felt better. I looked in the mirror. My tooth wiggled when I touched it. It felt funny. I decided to show my dad. "Dad, look. My tooth is loose," I said. He laughed. "That's great, Luna," he said. "You're growing up fast." I felt proud. I couldn't stop wiggling my tooth. It moved back and forth. It made me giggle. My little brother noticed. "What's wrong with your tooth?" he asked. "It's loose," I explained. He looked confused. "Why?" he asked. I told him about losing baby teeth. He seemed interested. "Will I lose my teeth too?" he asked. "Yes, when you're older," I said. He nodded. That night, I wiggled my tooth again. It felt even looser. I wondered when it would fall out. "Mom, when will my tooth fall out?" I asked. "It might take a few days," she said. I felt impatient. I wanted it to happen soon. I told my friends at school. "My tooth is loose," I announced. They were excited for me. "That's so cool, Luna," they said. One of my friends had already lost a tooth. "It's fun when it falls out," she said. I couldn't wait. I kept wiggling my tooth. Every day, it got looser. One morning, it felt very wobbly. I knew it was almost time. I told my mom. "It might fall out today," she said. I was excited. At lunchtime, I bit into an apple. I felt something strange. My tooth was gone. I checked my mouth. There was a little gap. My tooth wasn't there anymore. I felt something in my mouth. It was my tooth. I held it in my hand. "Mom, my tooth came out," I shouted. She was happy for me. "You did it, Luna," she said. I felt so proud. I showed my dad. "Wow, Luna. You lost your tooth," he said. I felt special. I couldn't wait to show my friends. I put my tooth in a safe place. That night, my mom told me about the tooth fairy. "The tooth fairy comes when you lose a tooth," she said. I had heard about the tooth fairy before. "What does she do?" I asked. "She takes your tooth and leaves a surprise," my mom said. I felt excited. I wanted to see what the tooth fairy would bring. I put my tooth under my pillow. I wondered what the surprise would be. I had trouble falling asleep. I kept thinking about the tooth fairy. Finally, I drifted off to sleep. In the morning, I checked under my pillow. My tooth was gone. In its place was a shiny coin. I was so happy. "Mom, the tooth fairy came," I shouted. She smiled at me. "I told you she would," she said. I felt so excited. I showed my dad the coin. "That's a great surprise, Luna," he said. I felt so special. I took the coin to school. I showed it to my friends. They were happy for me. "You're so lucky, Luna," they said. I felt proud. I told my teacher too. "You lost your first tooth," she said. She gave me a big smile. I felt really happy. The next day, I showed my little brother. "Look, the tooth fairy brought me a coin," I said. He was amazed. "Will she come for me too?" he asked. "Yes, when you lose your first tooth," I said. He looked excited. I felt like a big sister. I couldn't wait to lose more teeth. I wondered what other surprises the tooth fairy would bring. I was happy that I lost my first tooth. I felt like I was growing up. Every time I looked in the mirror, I saw the gap. It made me smile. I liked telling everyone about my lost tooth. It was a fun experience. I knew I would remember it forever. Losing a tooth wasn't scary at all. It was actually fun that I couldn't wait to tell my grandparents. They would be so proud of me. I called my grandma. "Guess what, Grandma? I lost my tooth," I said. She was so happy for me. "That's wonderful, Luna," she said. "You're growing up so fast." I felt really special. My grandpa was proud too. "You're getting so big," he said. I felt loved. I knew that losing my first tooth was just the beginning. I would lose more teeth soon. And with each lost tooth, the tooth fairy would visit. I looked forward to each visit. I loved the surprise she brought. The shiny coin was my new treasure. I kept it in a special box. I liked looking at it. It reminded me of my lost tooth. My mom told me that new teeth would grow. "You'll get big, strong teeth," she said. I was excited about that too. I wondered what my new teeth would look like. My dad said they would be beautiful. "Just like you, Luna," he said. I felt happy inside. I knew I was growing up. And I was ready for more adventures. I kept thinking about my next loose tooth. I hoped it would come soon. But for now, I enjoyed my gap. It made me feel special. I was proud of my lost tooth. It was a big moment for me. And I knew there would be more to come. Every day, I checked my other teeth. I wiggled them gently. I wanted to see if any others were loose. I couldn't wait to lose another one. My friends at school asked me about the tooth fairy. "What did she bring you?" they asked. "She brought me a shiny coin," I said. They were excited for me. "I hope she brings me something special too," one friend said. We all talked about our teeth. Some of my friends had already lost a few. Others were waiting for their first loose tooth. We shared our stories. It was fun talking about it. Losing a tooth was a big deal. It made us feel grown up. I felt proud of my gap. I liked showing it to everyone. My teacher said I looked cute with it. I smiled whenever she said that. At home, my little brother kept asking about the tooth fairy. "What does she look like?" he asked. "I don't know, I didn't see her," I said. He looked puzzled. "But she brought you a coin?" he asked. "Yes, she did," I said. He nodded, still thinking about it. "I hope I see her when I lose my tooth," he said. I smiled at him. "Maybe you will," I said. I loved how curious he was. He asked me about the gap in my mouth. Does it feel weird? He asked. A little, but it's fun, I said. He touched his own teeth. Will mine fall out too? He asked again. Yes, when they're ready, I said. He seemed to understand. I want to lose a tooth like you, he said. You will, soon enough, I told him. I felt like a big sister, knowing more about losing teeth. I liked explaining it to him. Every day, I checked my tooth gap in the mirror. I loved seeing how it looked. It made me smile wider. I felt a little different, in a good way. Losing a tooth made me feel grown up. My parents kept telling me how proud they were. You're getting so big, Luna, they would say. I liked hearing that. It made me feel special.